All right, I'm pulling up to this McDonald's drive-thru with only one goal in mind, and that's to find and buy the return of the McDonald's Happy Meal Halloween Boo Buckets. For any kid growing up in the 80s and 90s, the McDonald's Happy Meal had some legendary premium toys thrown into those little cardboard packages. But during the Halloween season, there was probably none greater than the Boo Buckets, the Halloween buckets, Halloween pails, Boo pails, whatever you want to call them. There was many different versions over the years. Here's some early ones. These are, I think, the 89 or 88 versions. I think they first came out in 86 or 87. And over the years, McDonald's has brought back different buckets, but it's been decades since they've actually brought back the original designs that we all fell in love with as kids in the 80s and 90s. But today on October 18th, McDonald's has brought them back, and I went on an epic hunt to try and get all three. Unfortunately, I was only able to find these two. I found these two right off the bat and then went to like 8 different McDonald's after that, and they all either had the pumpkin or the McPumpkin or the McBoo, and some just didn't have any at all. So, you know, just at least in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, I have not been able to find the witch yet. The green one doesn't exist. The green one doesn't exist. But I do want to find her eventually. But that being said, I think these are a ton of fun. The main critique people have of these so far is that they do not come with a lid. The original ones famously came with lids that kind of completed the look of the actual pail that you got. But I gotta say, you know, having the new ones and the old ones side by side next to each other here, I think they still kind of capture the look, even, you know, with the lid kind of sculpted into the top of the handle there. I think for your kids, these still capture the charm of the original Boo pails or Boo buckets that we got as kids. Another addition compared to the original one is there's this little sticker sheet that goes on the top that actually holds in your meal. So we got a chicken nugget meal right there, I believe, with some probably cold French fries tucked in there at the bottom. So, you know, there's at least some kind of lid to hold everything in, and you get a sticker sheet, a unique sticker sheet with each one. So I think that's pretty fun. And again, as you have them side by side, I think it captures it fairly well. Sure, it's a bummer it doesn't come with a lid, but you know, again, if you're just trying to get a nice little nostalgia fix, or you know, share something with your own kids that you loved as a kid, I think these things will do really well. They are a little bit smaller than the original Boo buckets, but not that much smaller. Honestly, these were never great trick-or-treat pails. I mean, you know, hopefully, ideally, you would get a lot more than could fit in these little buckets. But for a lot of us growing up, these buckets were like, you know, toy holders or Lego holders, action figure holders. They were just great carrying cases that you could use even beyond the Halloween season, or you'd use it to be a candy bucket for your Halloween decor in your house. And I think these will still fit that mold really, really well. So if we look side by side from the vintage McGoblin, now again, they had 3 different pumpkin designs. The new one is called the McPumpkin, but it takes, you know, different looks or kind of combos different looks from the different pumpkin versions of the Halloween pails. These were 3 unique ones back then. And then for the witch, over the years, this design changed. It was early on pretty friendly, and it also had an all green top. Eventually it had a black top to make it more like a witch's hat. But still, I really want to find the new green witch, McWitch, or whatever they're calling her with the new ones. I definitely want to pick up that one. The Boo pail, which I don't have a vintage equivalent, is also a lot of fun, and again comes with different faces. It also comes with a sticker sheet that not only holds in the food for your kids in the pumpkin, but also adds a little bit more activities to the sets that they are getting. So do these stack up to the originals? I think so in a lot of ways. They capture the look, they capture the feel. The fact that the food is inside the buckets and it has that all too familiar French fry smell ingrained in the plastic, I think was part of the original charm of the original Boo buckets. And that's captured here. Yes, I wish there were lids, but I think they did a pretty good job of, you know, incorporating what those lids would look like on these buckets. And still, I think, you know, if you want to pass on the amazing experience of the boot buckets that we had as kids to your kids, I think these ones meet the mark really well. Do you think these new ones are cool, or do they completely miss what made the original special? Let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. I do plan to find the witch bucket at some point. I'll cover that here on this channel. And I really think McDonald's should bring back some other awesome retro style McDonald's toys that we had as kids. The McNugget Buddies were great. They had a great series of Halloween inspired ones. They had their own costumes and stuff like that. That line was really great in the 90s. So kudos to McDonald's. I think this is a lot of fun and is a great thing to add to this Halloween season.